Hey everyone, I'm Taylor. Welcome back to MTG Final Frontier. Today I'm playing a game with Jeskai Fliers, which is a deck that's been around the format since its inception. It's continually put up good results in Japan, but I personally think that Esper Vehicles is a better tempo deck, and that's part of the reason I'm playing it. I just kind of want to get an idea of what I think the stronger blue-white tempo deck is overall. So I'll be on the play here. One mana source isn't enough, plus it's not white. This is kind of the problem I have with the deck, is that it has really bad mana compared to Esper. I think we have to bottom that and just look for more mana. And then it also doesn't have the aggressive starts that Esper has, being able to go Toolcraft into Scrap Heap into Thalia. Okay, cool. So we're gonna hit all our lands on curve. And we're playing against C Squared, Clayton Cardinal, who's a really good player. He's going to be on his mono Br Eldrazi deck, most likely. He's been splashing red recently for Kolaghan's Command, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Obviously, probably good against Smuggler's Copter. So our hand's kind of awkward. We have two reactive cards right now that we want to play, but we need to trigger that Smuggler's Copter, so I think I'm going to run out Reflector Mage here. I don't want to give him multiple triggers with Gonti or Thought-Knot Seer, but I am okay to counter them with Spell Queller, so I think Spell Queller is going to be better in the end. Okay, but we drew a second Spell Queller. I don't think that changes the play. Hopefully next turn we draw another land. I wouldn't really care if it was tapped, because that means we still get to play Spell Queller. Yeah, it's going to get grasped. That's pretty much expected against this deck. This is pretty much half removal, half utility lands. And this black-red Eldrazi deck, or just the black one in general, it's so strong. So he's going to have his pick at Gideon or Spell Queller. I got to imagine he's going to take Gideon here. Yep. Even if he has a Vraska's Contempt or something, it still gets a 2/2, and so Gideon's just better value overall. Spire Bluff Canal, that's pretty good. Gideon for 2. Just hold up Spell Queller. I don't think we're going to run one out, even if he doesn't play a card. So representing Thought-Knot Seer, Kalidas, or Gonti. Thought-Knot Seer, just Spell Queller that, because he's going to take it anyway. Then we have another Spell Queller for backup for his removal spells, so he's going to have at least 2 removal in order to kill it. I'm going to sandbag this Inspiring Vantage just to kind of throw him off. I'm going to pass. So the fact that he was willing to just throw the Thought-Knot Seer into Spell Queller really makes me think that he has multiple removal spells. But playing this Jeskai deck, you can't play around that kind of stuff. Oh, Rabble Master, that's tempting, but I think you just have to hold up Spell Queller here. Yep, and I'm going to get in for 4, and I'll pass. So also what could happen is he could play a removal... Oh, never mind, I was going to say play a removal spell on our end step, I Spell Queller, then he plays another removal spell on his turn. But I feel like we're in really good shape. Okay, I'm going to keep holding up that Spell Queller. I have no reason to run it out yet. So let's just get rid of this Inspiring Vantage. Get in there for 4. It could have been a mistake to hold the lands, because then if I draw another land this turn, I would have been able to play Rabble Master and Spell Queller and had guaranteed lethal, assuming that he doesn't have multiple removal spells. But it seems like he's locked out of mana anyway. Yeah, and we drew the land, so looks like that was better. I'm still just going to attack with these. So it looks like we're going to win this game, and even though he only played, what was it, 2 spells, I'm not really comfortable. So we've got a Liliana. I mean, yeah, just Spell Queller that, I guess. I mean, it's not comfortable. We know that he has another removal spell. So probably gonna kill the Spell Queller, play Thought-Knot Seer, and then we should still have lethal. Oh, no, we'll be short 2 because he gains 2 life with a Vraska's Contempt. Okay, and he just didn't have anything, so we got there. Against his Eldrazi deck, I'm going to bring in Glory Bringers, take out a Braids, bring in Chandra. We'll take out... I like Stoke the Flames, the Rabble Master. Jeskai Charm's just a good burn spell late. Can also kind of time walk him in a way if we put a creature on top of his library. Maybe we take out a Soulfire Grandmaster. I don't think that's doing much. That should be fine. I don't think we want negates. I think that's a little too slow. I'd bring that in against some more dedicated control deck. So he's going to be on the play. This is an okay hand. It's not great. Obviously I want to draw a 2 mana creature, but I'm going to keep this. Worst case scenario, I play Thraben Inspector, draw a clue, or draw off the clue. So that was not the land that we wanted to see. If we wanted a land, it should have been white, so we can play Gideon. Okay, Lightning Strike's not bad. You're going to get in there for 1, and we'll pass the turn. So one good thing about this Jeskai deck is it's just playing all the 3-drop creatures that are great, except for Thalia, but even that it could play. That's probably the biggest draw of the deck, is just how threat dense it is. Okay, cool, he plays Aetherborn. Looks like he's leaving up Fatal Push mana. Still gonna run out the Mantis Rider regardless. Okay, so no Fatal Push. Interesting. So if we draw Battlefield Forge or Flooded Strand, or I guess Plains too, we can play Gideon on curve and then go Gideon to Glorybringer, and that should probably seal the game. Curving out's just so important in this format. Chupacabra, targeting Mantis Rider. That's not a card I'm super high on right now in this format. So I actually think I'm going to Lightning Strike. I'm going to crack a clue first, actually. Okay, Stoke the Flames. I'm still going to Lightning Strike that. Yeah, and then I'll get in there for 1. He knows the drill. And then I'll pass. So if he Thought-Knot Seers or something here, that'll be pretty good for us. Take Stoke or Glorybringer, and then if I draw a land, just do the other one. Yep, Thought-Knot Seer. Exactly. I gotta imagine he's taking Stoke here. We can't cast Gideon, Thraben Inspector's kind of whatever, and Glorybringer needs a land. Okay, he's taking Gideon. That's not at all what I expected. Lightning Strike. Okay. So I'm going to play Thraben Inspector, and then I'm going to Stoke the Thought-Knot Seer, convoking the Thraben Inspector I just played. Battlefield Forge. That's okay. I'm going to hold it up until next turn. Make him think that I need to top deck a land and I can't play Glorybringer. Maybe you'll play around something. Kalidas, Thought-Knot Seer again. Blech. Okay, so we can still tack in with Thraben Inspector and kill the Thought-Knot Seer. We drew a lot of burn this game. I might have been better off just burning his face. That would have been 10 damage. So signaling Grasp of Darkness here. I can't really play around it. I'm kind of just in top deck mode here. Okay, he has a Kalidas. He accidentally showed us. I didn't even notice that. Once the game gets to this point, he's going to have a better time taking over Gonti and Kalidas. Part of me wants to scoop here, knowing that he has a Kalidas in hand. But, I mean, I'll just play it out regardless. But I don't think that we have a good chance of winning the game. Yep, going to 14. Okay, Selfless Spirit's not bad. So I'm going to fetch and then I'm going to crack a clue. It's a small percentage, but still minimizes the chance that we'll draw a land. Rabble Master. Okay, I'm going to send this out, this Rabble Master, hoping that he blocks a Thraben Inspector and not the token. Because if he... Okay, cool, he blocks the Thraben Inspector. If he would have blocked the token, then our Rabble Master wouldn't be big enough to trade with Thought-Knot Seer or Kalidas next turn. Well, it won't even trade, because I'll sack Selfless Spirit. That's a little more important. Kalidas, that's fine. Stoke is good. Stoke the Kalidas. Gonti will trade with Rabble Master, but I'll still get in for 3. Unless he doesn't block, but even then, I feel like I'm favored. I hope that's not Lightning Strike. Okay, I'm only going to attack with these 3, because that's Mantis Rider. I'm in bad shape. Sack the Spirit. Gonti will die. Rabblemaster lives. Goes to 8. Oh, I actually should have attacked with a Thraben Inspector too. I was for some reason thinking that he could have just not blocked at that point. Yeah, that was right. Because he wouldn't have blocked, then I wouldn't have had lethal. It's going to get him for 4. I'll take it. Go to 5. So I think he's going to Mirror Pull, copying the Thought-Knot Seer here.
Firmly grasp it.
1, 2, 3, 4. So he's 1 mana short. Just going to get in for 3. It's the only chance I have at this point. And then I can draw a Jeskai Charm, a Glorybringer. I think I've drawn both Stoke the Flames. Yeah. So I need him to not have any blockers, and okay, Spell Queller, I'm dead. That was a good job on his part, concealing the Spell Queller. I'm gonna take out the Soulfire Grandmaster again and put in this Declaration Stone. I just think I need all the removal I can get. And it's hitting him for 2, I don't think that's great. The life gain doesn't matter. This is another bad hand. That's what happens when you don't run a lot of lands. This hand's pretty good actually, so I'm going to keep this. Hopefully I can hit a Smuggler's Copter. Stoke is good with Rabblemaster, especially against his deck, so I'm going to keep that. So next turn I'll attack for 1, crack a clue. Worst case scenario, he plays a Gifted Aetherborn, in which case I will just play the Rabblemaster second main. Cool. So I'm just gonna run out. Oh, I forgot to draw off the clue. That's bad. Maybe it's a bluff and he'll think that I have like a negate or something like that. I don't know. That was bad. K command, I'm assuming kill that and discard. Yep. I'm going to just crack the clue main phase here. I might get punished if he draws a Thought-Knot Seer, but there's also a chance I draw like Smuggler's Copter or something. Mage, that's not great, not terrible. I could also not attack with those and hold up Stoke the Flames, but that seems a little loose. Oh, Kalitas. That seems good for us, especially if you draw an untapped land, which we do. There's the Prairie Stream. Get in for 6. Of course, we're going to exert. Oh, played right into that. So I can play this Reflector Mage and the Stoke next turn. I don't think that's what I want to be doing, so I'm just going to pass. Okay, this is a good Reflector Mage target. And we drew a Copter, that's also pretty good. Technically we're threatening lethal, even though I don't see that happening. Crew, get hit with a removal spell. Yep, Fatal Push on the Copter. Just gonna sandbag this land. So I'm not gonna fire off the Stoke the Flames on his turn. I want to see what I draw first. Chandra's really interesting here. So again, getting punished for not playing my land. Because I could go Chandra plus, and then Stoke him, and then Reality Smasher's bad. And Thought Not Seer is bad. Not Thought Not Seer, and Vraska's Contempt is bad. So I'm going to make red. I'm going to Stoke the Aetherborn. As the beatdown deck, I'm just going to offer the trade with this Reshaper. Yep. Grasp, that's fine. Contempt, that's exactly what we didn't want to see. Just gonna pass here. This is kind of my problem with the red deck. I mean the Jeskai deck, playing red instead of black. It just doesn't really have the same late game. It tries to have a more aggressive mid game, I guess, but that's not really Esper's problem, so it's not really fixing any specific problem. But now he's going to start gaining life with Aetherborn, and I'm going to need him to blink on, like, I don't know, 4 removal spells. Gonti, yep. Jeskai Charm probably won't get there. I don't know what I can do to win at this point. Mantis Rider, sure. So what I will do is Jeskai Charm the Mantis Rider, and that'll put it back on my library. So he may waste a removal spell on this. And I take 4, I go to 12. Play a Mantis Rider, attack with Mantis Rider, that way I can still have a block on Aetherborn.
Firmly grasp it!
Go to 8. Reflector Mage is probably too little too late. Just run it out there. Yeah, I'm not winning at 16 when he's at 16. Yeah, so that kind of showed exactly what I don't like about this Jeskai deck, and it's also what's so good about the Eldrazi deck is its ability to grind. Remember that you can find us on Twitch at MTG Final Frontier. You can follow us on Twitter at MTG Frontier. Subscribe to us here on YouTube, and you can follow me on Twitter at Loopholbrook.